We could also do that with the visual as well, something that's going to be eye-catching. So a good example of a headline, not for the spot, but let's say the headline was, lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. Right? That's going to get people's attention. Not everybody, but it's going to get the attention of those people that are interested in losing weight. So what would the headline be for the spot? What type of visual is going to be compelling? The body copy, which we also call amplification, is just a short paragraph, usually at the bottom of the ad, that explains how it is that you're going to lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. Right? So presumably it's something other than crack, right? So how do you lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks? Well, now they need to kind of explain that. Now that they got your attention, because you skipped over all the other ads, how exactly, like, give me a clue. How is this going to happen? That's what we explained in the body copy, which is just a short paragraph. For even more details, we could direct them to our website. Questions about print ads? The subhead is what follows just below the headline, which is a little bit more of an explanation. It's not the body copy, but it gives a little bit of insight into how the company is going to deliver on this promise. In this case, how are we going to lose 50 pounds? Well, it's the subhead. Now, lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. What is that, 5 words? The subhead is just going to be 3 to 5 words. The body copy is going to be 3 to 5 sentences. So the subhead is a secondary message. The visual might be, we've all seen like these before and after pictures. Like some guy who started eating Subway sandwiches went from 595 pounds to 155 pounds. Right? That's pretty compelling. In 2 weeks, right? Must be something in the bread. One of the things that we could do to track the effectiveness of our print ads is to have a different website for each print ad. And by that I mean we could have, it's going to be the same domain name, like thespot.com, and then it could be like 123, and then it could be for the other ad, it could be 456. Now, why is that effective? Well, this is the reason why. Because the administrator could log in to the website and see how many hits we got for 123, how many hits we got for 456. So we know that people are seeing the ad, and not only that, but they're taking action. They're going to the website to gather more information. So we might have, it might say, go to the website to get a coupon. Or in some cases, we might say, call this 1-800 number to request a free sample, or to request a brochure, Have you seen any ads like that? It's called direct response. It's very compelling to measure ad effectiveness that way. Because we know for a given publication what the circulation is, and we have an idea as to how many people are going to be exposed to the ad, but this is a very compelling way to track, right, through the number of clicks on the website. So it's very insightful. Because, for example, some ads, we might get, let's say, 15,000 hits. And for another ad concept, we might get 1,200 hits. Okay, we've got a problem, right? That tells us that that creative concept is not resonating with our target audience. They can't connect with the ad. It's not meaningful to them. It's not relevant. So that's why that becomes important. So we get a sense as to which ad is more effective than the next ad that we produced. Because even though we do ad copy research, really the only way that you're going to know is by actually running the ad. That's the only way that you could get a good measure as to what's working and what's not working. And we spend a lot of money on ad research. I've been to a lot of advertising research, both for print and for TV commercials. And as hard as we try to replicate, to simulate the actual experience, right, the actual environment that the viewer is going to be in, there's still some margin for error. Like for commercials, for example, we create what's called an animatic. What we do is we take a series of stills and create a video. And we put in some programming. Programming is like a show, right? 6 Feet Under, whatever the show is. We put in our commercial. We put in some other commercials. And we put together a 30-minute segment. And that's what we show to consumers. So that's somewhat reasonable, as opposed to, like today we'll look at some commercials. Some really outstanding commercials that have actually won awards for their effectiveness and creativity. Right, some of them are definitely Super Bowl commercials. But in reality, right, when we're home or we're watching TV, nobody sits there and like studies them. Like we're like a captive audience here, right? We're going to sit there, we're going to watch it very carefully. That's not reality. So what we do is we create a 30-minute segment and have consumers watch that. So it's, you're watching the program, then it cuts to the commercials. And think about it, there's a lot of clutter. There's a lot of competing ads. Competing ads are clutter, whether it's in magazines, whether it's on television. There's a lot of other competing ads. Just think, an ad is 15 seconds. The programming cuts to the commercial. You have one ad, the next ad, the next ad, the next ad, the next ad. That's only 6 ads. A minute and a half has passed. Who could remember what the first commercial was about? Now that's a problem for us as advertisers. So our ads have got to be compelling. We've got to have that stopping power. Something has got to catch consumers' attention.